You can leave. No, it's fine. We're just gonna do this stuff. Cool. Alright. You're gonna deposit stuff from yesterday? Yeah. Well, it might be understood.
There's like a little delay too for this, so.
Oh, cool. Everyone else pick their stuff up? Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. Just wait for a little thing in the game. It's not bad. What you name?
I just get it real quick and be away from it. It's really a pleasure to see you.
Love you. Love you. Bring it down the show.
Yeah.
We need it.
This show
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm totally down.
The show is.
Right?
Yeah, it's funny.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah. You can tell me.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were gonna come today either. You just like posted it online. I was like, okay.
It's true. That's why I'm a terrible communicator.
Well, next time I'll be.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And just let you know, too, real quick, I'm still down to do that music stuff. I just want to have a way to meet by my house or whatever, like, or anything. So, I mean, I'll figure it out.
How you doing?
Yeah, that would actually be better if you would have to refer on the original tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
That second one, I think, was just like,
I'm excited.
Dude, yeah. Right, brother. Appreciate you. Great to see you, man. Yeah, dude, we'll get you going on this, bro. Sean. Yeah, I didn't tell Sean either. It's my fault.
Yeah, go. Still hungover?
Not too bad. Are you?
What?
I have a little technical difficulties with the chat here.
How's the day been going? It's been pretty good.
Getting there, folks.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we haven't sold a lot of stuff, but everything we sold was extremely expensive. Fucking Taylor bought that from us today.
Oh, shit. What's Taylor?
Taylor Palace.
Oh, fuck. That's funny. No, I'm sure you get him shit.
Yeah, he's like, you're I blame you. You're the one who got me into it.
Gary almost bought it. He was like analyzing it with 3 records and like, oh, don't do it.
Oh, well.
I'm sure we can find a way to order it. And if we do, we're
Nice.
Alright, sweet.
Oh, did you show them about the cracks thing?
No, I actually haven't. I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah.
He's buying a crash record every time he's come here.
We got more Crash for you, bud.
What?
We got like a Crash remix
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
It's these like electronic remixes. I don't know if you've seen those, but yeah.
I
Pretty cool.
just, recently saw that those,
You gotta look on your computer.
Awesome. Hell yeah, I'm ready. You guys know me. Every time I come, I get more crowds.
That's right.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
start
I bought
talking
3
on
records
bass.
here.
That's
Crash
awesome.
records.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Alright, see ya.
Love you, bye.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm just trying to get this Facebook. It's just
Is it going? I see it's.
Wi-Fi is just like dinosaur. So
I see it's recording.
sorry, we'll get there.
Hey, hi.
Yeah, if you guys want to get started while I would do that, that's fine. Just say what's up.
Get started. What are we? I don't know what to do, Glenn.
Come on, Facebook.
Welcome to the Sunday Spin.
Yeah, there we go. We got it.
Live from What's Left Records in beautiful Colorado Springs, the 719. Your
Yeah, there we go.
debut. Sean Ostrow, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How about you doing? Where are you in California?
San Diego, and it is 119 degrees today. I kid you not, wish it was
Oh my God.
719 tonight.
God, no, thank you.
Almost there.
It's intense.
Well, congratulations on the store. Wishing you that.
Thank you so
And I'm looking forward to talking a lot of rock and roll over the upcoming.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it. It's really cool. I'm looking forward to it too. This is a fun little thing, for sure.
Okay.
It's awesome.
All right. We are like almost on Facebook. I'll get all this stuff figured out way ahead of time next time, fellas. I do appreciate everyone.
So how's business been today, Sean?
This has been pretty good today, honestly. It's been slow, but I mean, it's Yeah, it's been back and forth. There's been a decent amount of people, but everyone who's come in has spent a good amount of money and buying some more expensive. We're getting a lot more kind of expensive stuff in here, but it's cool because it's stuff that people want and they'll pay the money for it. So it's nice. It's been good. We're putting out a lot of cool
If I
stuff
can ask
today.
a question, I would
I'm
like to know what the motivation was to open the store right in the middle of all that's going on in the world right now.
Oh yeah, totally. So essentially, me and my brother have always wanted to start a record store, like just in general, and we both lost our jobs, so we didn't have any jobs. So we had some unemployment money and stuff. So with that, we actually just got an offer from one of our friends who owns this big building, and he says that we have a spot that would probably work as a record store if you guys want to try it out. He asked my brother. And he was like, yeah, totally. Like, it was like really, really good amount of rent, So we were like, yeah, why the hell not? So with our unemployment money, we just saved it up and invested it into buying a lot of records and buying inventory. And, it just became perfect, and people are still out buying records. I mean, I was buying a lot of records during this time too. And so it's cool. People have been supporting and, it's like we've been booking shows and doing stuff forever. So now it's nice to be able to still do music stuff and not have to do the show stuff. We can still let music go out and have it in our own little store. It's rad.
Well, and I love the word that you used, which was investment. Because it is a business, and like any business, I'm sure there's a lot of hassles that go along with it. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that say, wow, opening a record store, I bet that's a lot of fun. Not 100% of the time.
No, yeah, totally.
Elaborate a little bit on that.
And it is, and it's cool too, because we're more underground too. We don't have to worry too much because it's like, we got a nice little space, and but it's cool because it's more underground. So we kind of just get to pick the inventory and pick what we think people will buy and do stuff. And we've done a pretty good job so far. So it's nice. We've only been open for a month now, and every week we've had to make new orders like constantly, like for a bunch of new stuff, and it's been rad. Like shit's flying off the shelf. So
and you're having a good time talking about your passion.
Yeah, that's what it's about. We love music. We know a lot of other people love music too. So
well, you've paid your dues. You've worked very hard to get to the point that you are. So on behalf of somebody who's known you on and off for a few years now, I really want to congratulate you, and I wish you the best. And I think you're off to a flying start.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. That's really awesome. It's good to hear. It's really cool. It's nice just to be able to be out here and trying to do stuff again. And we're always being effort.
I can't thank you enough for that, Sean, because you guys have always been looking out for the indie artists. But now you get to take it to a whole new dynamic, and it's very exciting for me. And I'm sure Greno would agree with me. It's a beautiful time for us to see record companies coming back, because it's what we're all about as artists, as you are.
Yeah. No, exactly. It totally is. And that's the cool thing, Everyone's working hard on stuff. Everyone's trying to do things. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, everyone loves music and does stuff, so it's cool that we can still keep giving back and keep doing stuff. That's all it takes, really, And we're excited to be here. It's been a rad thing. And we're excited we have so much community, and we have built up a scene for so long, and know all these bands and know all these people who want to come and help and like really make stuff happen out here. So it's awesome. Like, we have so much support. We couldn't do anything if we didn't have support from everyone else here.
I see Greno's giving us the tour there. I don't know if Greno can hear us or not, but yeah, it's I'm looking at it. It's quite impressive. I love the setup. I love the containers, the bins, if you will.
Yeah.
Probably not the best word.
So yeah. All the stuff we got this room, and it was 2 rooms, and Luke knocked the wall down, and me and my brother freaking ended up doing all the flooring and painting the walls and getting got a lot of cool stuff to put in. So
yeah, it's amazing. I see T-shirts over there. So you're doing apparel as well. I would imagine it's all rock and roll based.
Yeah. T-shirts. I mean, anything too. Whatever anyone wants to bring in and sell, we'll sell and do stuff too, or whatever people are looking for. But yeah, it's a lot of bands and stuff for sure. But yeah, we got CDs, tapes. We got glass. We got necklaces. We got bones. A little bit of everything.
Well, the other thing that impresses me too very much, Sean, is how big the store seems, and that's probably a credit to you and your brother because it seems set up just like a record store should be set up.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
tip of the cap to you. Yeah, you did your homework.
Yeah, oh yeah, we tried. I mean, you were obsessed with record stores. We've been going forever. We always like going to random cities and going to like punk stores, and we never had a punk shop like here in the Springs or Colorado really. You know, I mean, they have like wax traps and stuff in Denver, but that stuff just like blows my mind seeing it, you know. So it's cool to
Yeah,
be
and
able
it's funny you should mention it because it's also the first thing I look for.
Yeah,
And I don't travel much anymore, but when I did, any city I went into, for whatever reason, you know, not just music, but anything, you know, vacations, I hit the record stores too, because it gives you a nice overview of the community in general musically.
Yeah.
And that's great information to get, you know, just by walking into your neighborhood record store, preferably an indie rock store.
Yeah. No, totally.
That's when you get the straight dope, let's face it, right?
Yeah.
Sean, so what was like one record store that you went into in some city that you were just completely overwhelmed? Like you just, you know, so many things that you wanted.
Oh my God. It's called Singles Going Steady in Seattle. That record store just blew my mind. Because we went to a bunch of different record stores, but that one was all just punk and hardcore. And I've never seen anything even like close to that. And it blew my mind. Like every single record I looked at was like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And every time I go there, like every time I go to Seattle, it's even still there. I thought it was shut down, but it's still there. Yeah, I buy like hundreds of dollars worth of punk records. Because it's just like, it's hard to find. It's cool to be able to support a little place like that too. It's like just like this spot. So
yeah, and it's getting exciting down here too. I see a lot of my buddies posting, and they're going back to the record stores that are open up again, supporting the local businesses, but also supporting the community. A lot of them are musicians, a lot of them aren't musicians, just people who've lived in the city and know you got to take care of those people. But by the same token, it's been a thrill because it's been a treasure trove lately. I mean, I don't even have a turntable at the moment, I'm embarrassed to say.
yeah.
But by the same token, it's been great seeing the community come back to the record stores. It's been a real beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really has been. Even online sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been cool. I've been either like a Bandcamp's been doing like that Bandcamp Friday where they give all the profit to the artists, and everyone's just releasing stuff on those days. So like people are still like swooping up stuff like all the time. I feel like sales like that have been like really helping a lot too. So that's super rad.
And props to the quote unquote fans, the appreciative people out there for doing you that solid and waiting until Friday to buy these things.
Yeah.
You get a better cut. So it really, hats off to Bandcamp for really looking out for both sides there.
Really?
Greno, what you got there, brother?
This is the Night of the Living Shred album. This is Sean's band. Sean, you're just self-critical. It's an awesome record. He and his brother Brian and their drummer. What's the drummer's name?
Cliff?
Cliff. Yeah. Wasn't Cliff the guitar player in Blighter though?
He was the original guitar player in Blighter.
That's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah, he played in Blighter for a while, and then we had a couple others after him. But.
So this is the album cover, and if you notice too, it's got the little patented. All right. Brian.
All right.
So Sean, tell us about it. Like it was recorded all in one day, right? In punk rock fashion.
Yeah. So Brian, he just rushes stuff. Always things are always crazy. As you said, our drummer Cliff, he lives in Austin. He lives in Texas, so he doesn't live here. So he came out. To go see us. He came out to play a show. So then my brother hit up our friend Skylar and just he hit me up on Thursday. He was like, "Oh yeah, Sean, by the way, we're going to Skylar's house, Westcott Pro Audio, to record an album, all in one day." And we had no songs written. We had no songs written or anything. So we literally had to write the whole album and record it all in one day. So we were pretty much there.
Do in punk rock. Let's face it.
I know.
DIY meets the Stooges.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so Brian had some ideas in his head of songs to write because they're all real goofy songs and stuff, you know. But he had some ideas of songs to write. So yeah, we just ended up going all in one day and just writing them all out. I mean, they're fun, quick grindcore songs, like super like 30-second songs, so it's really easy to do. But yeah, it was.
Maybe it's easy for you to do. I still think it's an incredible achievement. And again, like I was saying earlier, it's only something you find in our genre of music. You know, let's face it. You know,
Yeah.
Bing Crosby doesn't make a record in a day. Sinatra doesn't do it. But
Yeah.
there's something about the magic of what we do that allows us the creativity and, if you will, the wherewithal just to say, hammer it out.
Yeah, totally. Well, no, and it's so, yeah, there's 28 songs on the album too.
Wow.
I didn't mention that.
Yeah, let's go through some of these song names real quick.
Yeah.
Skateboarding isn't a crime unless you're on private property. Hardcore golf clap.
Like it.
Hardcore. Heavy metal bartender too. That's Brian's song right there.
Yeah, those are
Could be you too, though, Johnny.
those are the skits. We just have a couple skits. It's
Yeah,
not all songs.
Yeah, what's
They're
the? I like
skits.
the Shred Shop Quartet.
Shut Shop Quartet, yeah.
Awesome.
They're dumb. It all deals with all music that we listen to and totally nitpicks and makes fun of other stuff. We got a lot of songs about black metal, songs about witch girls, songs about oi punks. Like it's we nitpick everything. So it's fun. It's just a fun little parody band.
2 more titles that I have to mention.
Please.
He may be an asshole, but yeah, he's just an asshole. Now, is that a takeoff on the, remember the Warlock Pinchers?
Yeah, I know Warlock Pinchers. They have the
Morrissey,
yeah.
And the other one I really like is I like AC/DC's underwear more than their music.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's great.
Oh, it is. We always me and Brian wear AC/DC underwear, and we shit our pants in them all the time, too. So that song's kind of about that. But
I know Living Shred, folks. Go get it. Oh, yeah, how can they get it?
Well, you can get it on our Bandcamp. So just notalivingshred.bandcamp.com. You can order it on there. Or you can come into the shop. We got a bunch here in the
Looks like we lost Sean for a second, G-Man. How you doing out there?
Sponsor. And Crazy Greno sitting over here on the other side of the building. We are wearing masks because we have to. We're in the public, so we're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
sure.
Sean almost fined me $20.
Wear a mask or get out.
Get that mask on now, boy. So, but yeah, we're having a good time. We hope everyone's having a great Labor Day weekend. And what better thing to do than hang out at a record store, my folks?
Exactly.
So, hey, when I walked around the store, how did it look? Did you see stuff?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Cool. Right on.
You see most of it.
Just to give people an idea. And you can even play Mortal Kombat.
Wow. It's Supercade, Greno.
Yes, sir. Look, Vinny.
They got 3, dude.
Look at that.
It's got one.
Yeah, it's Supercade without the old man falling asleep behind the counter that made change, right?
1, 2, and 3, Shawnee said. So, and look, guys, a very, very good local music and indie section right here. Great stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to shop at some point, so we're gonna have to figure that out.
I know, dude.
So
we got the new Crash record in, dude. You guys
Just so everybody knows, I come in here every Sunday and see Sean, and that's kind of how this evolved into something. We're like, oh, let's just record it and talk about music.
Yeah, why not?
And we're like, we gotta have 64 Vinny in the house. So yeah, man, it's and I brought some more records too. Sean, what are we listening to right now?
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
We're listening to Blood Rock 3. Oh, yeah. It's some old 70s prog rock.
Kind of a soul band, weren't they?
It's a little more on the prog rock, kind of hard rock kind of thing. But it's rad. It's super psyche. I think they're actually quite a Christian band. I think they do a lot of Christian stuff.
The singer kind of sounds a little bit like Rob Halford and a little bit like Ian Gillan.
It's super rad, though.
Interesting.
We actually had these. My friend Tom brought a bunch of records in to sell, and this one I needed. So, had to get it. I was like, oh, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys, come on down to What's Left Records. that's the whole point. Well, one of the main points of the show. And we want to talk music, but we want you guys to come and check it out. It's a rad store. I like coming here at least once a week. They always have new stuff in, and their stuff they sell out a lot of stuff really quickly. So
Yeah, it
they
goes
do
by pretty quick.
posts on like Instagram and Facebook. Jump on it. Some of those titles that they're coming through, they're gonna be gone quick.
Yeah, they go pretty quick.
So, Shawnee, tell us about this.
That is Gaff, Roach Coffin. Gaff is super rad. They're from Texas. I think kind of Corpus Christi, Austin kind of area, I would say. Yeah, more Austin, but they're rad. It's like screamo. It's like actual real like screamo kind of revival. If you ever listen to like Page 99, Majority Rule, kind of stuff like that. And it's What's Left Records. It's one of the first records that my brother actually put out. And it rules. It's rad. It's super good. If you come, and we sell them for pretty cheap here too. But it's a good release to have, honestly. It's super rad, really fun.
Yeah, beautiful record. I really like the name What's Left too, boy. It's catchy. It's catchy for a record label, and now that's going to transfer into your future luck here at the record store.
Yeah.
But what a tremendous name. Now, what made you come up with the name What's Left?
So that's pretty much all my brother. I mean, he's had What's Left for a long time. I've always helped him with stuff on it, but it's pretty much it's my brother's thing. And with us starting the record store, we were thinking of doing a new name, but we're like, Brian already had What's Left good. We already have an LLC for it and all that stuff. So we're like, we might as well just, make it a continuation of that. But
I think you made the right choice, my man.
Yeah. So What's Left started as a zine. My brother started as a zine a long time ago. It initially started What's Left because it was more of a leftist type of zine. There's a lot of leftist views. So it's like What's Left with, music and politics and stuff and zines and stuff in general.
Across the board.
And as far as like the left, it kind of went like that. Because it started a little more political and with a lot of music. And then it eventually just turned more into a music thing. We still do the zines every once in a while. But yeah, we did. He did fests. He had fests like 5 years in a row. We did What's Left Fest for a while, which was really rad. It was like a really good local fest. Then we eventually turned it into 7-1 Grind, which is more just like metal and grind. And then he turned it into a label, and he put out a bunch of records. He's put out like at least like 15 releases, 15 to 20 releases. And then, that's always like kind of back and forth. And then we just decided we would start a record store out of it. Yeah, so it's been a long time running. It's been a long time like working on stuff. So
let me ask you this, if I can, Sean. As far as folks coming in, what would you say the average person is spending time-wise in your store, looking at product, talking to the staff, taking it in?
See, it's weird. It really depends. Honestly, a lot of people are kind of like, I feel like we don't have like too many records, or like we have a lot of records, but and that's what I like about it the most is because you can pretty much look through every record if you want in about 15 to 20 minutes, I would say. You can look through most of them, if you're looking kind of fast, but 30 minutes or so. So, a lot of people will come and look at everything. Some people will come and just kind of browse through a couple things and look and then kind of come out, which I want people, I want to be that guy. I was like, I swear to God, we're going to have something you like in here. I know we will. So some people don't really look enough. And then it's like, well, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, it really depends. There's a lot more newbies that are coming, which is awesome. It's awesome seeing cool new people in the scene who are into punk that I didn't really realize that we can kind of get more on, which is really cool. But yeah, it really depends. There's a lot of people who know us too, who will come and just hang out for a while. We encourage people to come and chill out, with the as long as there's not too many people in here, but yeah, just because we can only have like 10 at a time right now. But we encourage people to come and hang out.
That was one of the reasons I asked, frankly. Yeah,
we want to be that record store. There's not a lot of record stores, especially here in this town, that are just like encourage hanging out and just coming to the record store to chill, and we love that. Like, we're right across the street from where Mosh Pit used to be, And that's how we started. We used to go hang out in Mosh Pit and just chill there during the day and then buy a couple things and leave, you know. But we like just having a community. It's a place to come and hang out, you know. It's not just to buy records. But we encourage you to buy records.
First of all, hate a bright store. Secondly, the place is clean. It's got what you want on the walls. I mean, you know, because it's so much more than the 33s and the 45s, if you will. It's the entire experience, especially for people who haven't done this in a long, long time. So again, you know, congratulations. The store looks fantastic. But I do have one very, very important question to me.
Yeah.
Are you getting a lot of young people in?
Yeah, we are actually.
Good. You know, it's all about the next generation musically for me, you know, and so that's really fantastic to hear that you're getting the young people in and they're talking rock and roll and they're educating themselves. So keep up the good work, brother. That's the most important thing as far as I'm concerned, is passing it on, right?
Yeah, and it's cool because it's been coming through a bunch of different other places too, you know. Because it's like I always ask people like why they come in, you know, and stuff like that, or like what do they hear us from, and it's the other record stores in town too, the Leech Pit, you know, independent, like everyone's like talking together and like making it work. It's not competition when it comes to record stores. It's like, yeah, you know, if you're looking for more of this stuff, go over there, go to Leech Pit, go to independent, and people are been coming in from that, which is really cool. So we've got a new crowd from there. We also have like a little we do a punk rock flea market. I started putting together a punk rock flea market with my friend Bernadette. And we did that like last Saturday, and a lot of random people like came to that just because they didn't know about it. And then a lot of people came up to our booth, and just a lot of random, you know, younger kids who I haven't seen in the scene or I haven't seen around anyway. And I'm like, yo, we got a new record store, and they've all been coming in and been super stoked about it. You know, a lot of different like trans people and people of all different colors and kinds, and it's rad. It's like
how happy that makes me.
Like that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't tell you how happy that makes me. So yeah, Greno's, you know, he's showing us some prime stuff here that I've been seeing.
Oh yeah,
so the Ramones album.
Got it.
Yeah, he knows where to look. Right, absolutely. So
folks.
You know,
I shop here every Sunday.
So he's shopping still right now.
Make sure no one snags something before I do.
I know, dude.
Right? That's the game with records, man. Don't think it's gonna be there next time. It won't be.
It's true.
No. More often than not, it isn't there when you get back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I always try that too. Well, it's funny. It's like the weird kind of thing that I've noticed. Is anytime someone like picks up an album, they're like, "Oh man, I really want this" or something. Like it wouldn't sell like for a couple weeks. No one even looks at it. But when someone says they want it and they're like, "Oh, I'll put it for next time," it literally sells like the day of or the day after. Every time. It's so weird.
So what was the most unusual request for an album that has come across since you've opened?
I don't know. We haven't had too much. Well, it's kind of funny. Is like I think people have the stigma that we're just like punk and metal, you know, when they come in, and they're kind of just like worried that well they do look through a lot of stuff because we do have a lot of underground stuff, but we've been trying to get more mainstream stuff too. But you know, some people came in and asked questions, and we're like, well, you know, do you have more mainstream stuff? Because I really don't know much of this stuff. And I was like, yeah. I was like, what are you looking for? She's like, don't make fun of me, but like Sum 41 and Weezer. And I was like, well, yeah, dude. It's like I don't know why we haven't ordered Weezer yet. So I ordered 4 Weezers. I ordered Blue Album and Pinkerton, and we sold them both like right away. So we have to order more because that girl hasn't even come back since I ordered them.
Wow.
But I'm like, oh yeah, like no duh. It's like don't be embarrassed. Like I don't want people.
Oh no, there's a classic right there. CTA 102, right, Greno?
Yes, sir.
We just got that one in the other day.
Yeah. So you want to be a rock and roll star? You know, the Mulligans, we've covered that one more than once, right? Right, Padre?
Beautiful.
Birds. We have another Birds one.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, the Notorious Bird Brothers.
Oh, it's a great album as well. The NBB, right?
It's got Faces in here, bro. Big Taylor.
No. You can do what you got to do, man.
We've been getting a lot more in the classic section, and that's what I've realized too. Is like we kind of at first like we kind of just threw a bunch of bull crap in there because we didn't think people would really care, but I think people like that the most, honestly, and it's kind of good. We've been getting stuff from a lot of friends and more classic rock stuff.
Legit.
Because people see that and just want to buy, you know. I mean, it is true. It's like I want to be the person to like get people into music and be like, oh, hey, if you don't know this or you like this, buy something like this. And like it sounds the same. It's rad. But a lot of people just want what they know, you know, and just do it.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a 6.4 there? Let's see it, Greno.
Oh, no, Black Sabbath first album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one of those records that made its way around the 6.4, kind of like Piper at the Gates of Dawn, right, Greno?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That would probably be the soundtrack for the 6.4. Can you think of another example?
Say it again. I'm sorry I missed you.
Yeah, you know, a Piper by Pink Floyd. You know, that was like the 6.4 anthem for all the bands. You know, we all played those tunes. But I was thinking, can you think of another one that had that kind of impact? Not for you per se, but for the community you grew up in, like that Sabbath album or like Piper.
Ooh, gosh, that's tough. Honestly, stuff like The Cure. Like, that was a band that a lot of people liked, or like The Church. Remember, like early mid 80s, you know, it was like a lot of like synthesizer music, a lot of like, you know, the beginnings of doom and gloom and all that as well, with death rock and all that. So I don't know, but then like records just too, like I mean, how can you discount a album like In the City by The Jam? I mean,
Amen.
That's an album that so many people, you know, picked up and worked on. Ramones' first album, I mean, come on. That's the blueprint for punk rock right there, so.
Totally.
I don't know. What about you, Shawnee? What?
Yeah, Sean?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is different. You know, 13th Floor Elevators. I love 13th Floor Elevators. I think they started so much as far as with psych rock and things like that, you know.
Iron Butterfly,
like,
baby.
it's kind of cool. Like, it will always, like, go back. I've been listening to Budgie a bunch today. I don't know how much people like Budgie, but I'm obsessed with Budgie. It's just the good old psych rock stuff. Always that I feel like people should know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I do like the stuff that started things, but I kind of gravitate to more of the stuff that like never really made it. You know, things that are like so rad and just as good as everything else, but it just didn't have that promotion to put it out. And it's
The
just
hidden treasures, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So give us an example of a band, and you know, I'm going to go back, you know, to the era that I enjoy the most, which is the mid '60s punk rock scene. You know, American, obviously, but you know, Detroit had one type of music. At the same time, Texas had an altogether different kind of punk rock music. As opposed to Los Angeles in the late 60s, or these little pockets of the areas. Seattle was a huge one as well. But so the neighborhood you grew up with, you know, were there a lot of people who were into that type of music?
Yeah, you know, not really.
You seem very well educated on the subject.
Yeah, not really. Like, that's the thing. That's where I've kind of gone to. You know, we started like, you know, listening to new metal and pop punk and old stuff, but I realized more along like a way that like I really love underground music, and you know, you kind of find a little pocket to get you in, you know, listening to Limp Bizkit or Korn or something. We got the Limp Bizkit records, and then you know, you end up like finding things that are a little slower and different, and really finding your niche, you know. And me and Brian have just been playing music and doing stuff for so long. I guess for me it was you know, Springs, no, we definitely didn't. You know, it's like a kind of conservative Christian town. You know,
it's like
so
hold up the MDC.
yeah, right. but no, it's like, you know, I didn't really see a lot of underground stuff like that. So, you know, going to Denver for the first time and going, because I was in a band called Verrader, and we played at like a DIY spot called Blastman. And I think it was Phobia that I saw there, which is like really good old grind stuff. And it just blew my mind seeing that scene and seeing that stuff and like how much stuff was going on. And it was all DIY. It was people all doing stuff themselves, making their own venue, doing things. It's stuff that I never would really picture before, you know? So I'm like, it just blew my mind. And I think it's cool to be able to find stuff like that and kind of just embrace off of it, you know? And that's why it's cool having this record store. And even us doing Flux before, there's been so many people in the Springs that it's like, oh, Springsteen suck. It's like once you find it and go and find this weird little thing, I think it's all about the adventure to actually like find and actually work for it. You know, I don't mean to be that like elitist guy, but it's kind of nice to like have to work for something to like really appreciate it. You know, it's not just like, because nowadays it's so easy just to go on Spotify and find whatever, and they have 1,000 different bands that sound like that, and it's like really easy to find, which is awesome. But I think patience is a virtue, you know, and being able to have that patience and like actually like work hard and find something, it makes it that much better. It's like there's some bands that I love, and it's not even
The thrill of the hunt, really, absolutely, Sean. That's the thing that this generation is unfortunately going to miss out on. But by the same token, I am super glad that technology has given them the chance to have access at their fingertips.
Exactly. And it's
Because I
really
think
easy.
they're much more educated than our generation was.
You know, I go back and find all this random krautrock and 70s and 60s psych and just random stuff forever, and it's awesome that I have the ability to do that. But that's still the thrill of the hunt. It's just a little bit easier now, I guess. You don't just have to go to a record store and
Right.
spend all your money and have that risk. So it's nice, but I feel a lot of albums or a lot of bands I like so much because of my experience with them. It's not even necessarily the music, and it is, but the experience finding them and seeing their show and seeing like how crazy they were live, or, you know, meeting them through another band or traveling like that. Like the bands I like the most are bands that give me, you know, that hope, or like get me super excited about it, you know, like this band Fall of Ephrathah,
Sure.
one of my favorite bands. And they're, you know, I don't know, just when I found them, it's just like really crazy themes, or just seeing bands put a lot of really hard work into stuff like this band Thou. All the records always have like crazy sleeves, crazy art, everything. They put like, I have like literally like 25 12 inches of this band. And and like a bunch of 7 inches. They just put work in, and it's awesome to see that. That's what I really gravitate towards, or it really like just blows my mind, just seeing how much, if you can tell how much work a band put into their stuff, you know.
Sure. Guys, you're listening to the Sunday Spin, watching us live from What's Left Records in beautiful Colorado Springs. Shout out to all my friends in the 719. Go check out the new and coolest record store in the 719, or the state of Colorado for that matter. And yeah, they've got the Velvet Underground's first album, Greno. Greno, my man, epic choice there. I'm here with Greno, you know, and he's What's Left's Employee of the Month. And we have Sean, you know, and he's breaking us down. Sean, I would really kind of like to get the nuts and the bolts. Tell the people, especially, you know, the people out there online, how they can reach you, and how they can get on your mailing list, your websites. Let's get the nuts and bolts, can we?
Yeah, totally. So yeah,
All right, balls in your court, brother.
Yeah, we have Facebook, obviously, which is easy, just What's Up Records. We got Instagram as well. We post a lot on there. We're working on a website, and we also have a Discogs too. So if you're from anywhere around, you know, you can order from us on there as well. But yeah, basically that. If you live here in Colorado Springs, just right off of Galleon Circle, just come by and see us, you know. I mean, talk is the whole thing. Ask a punk, like someone will let you know where it is, and you know, it's a full community. So yeah.
And your hours, sir.
Oh yeah, so we're open from 11 to 7, from Tuesday to Sunday. We're only closed on Mondays.
Fabulous. Great to hear you're open on the weekends too. You have a 9 to 5 people listen to rock and roll as well, right?
Yeah, totally.
So let's go back
So
to
Greno,
this is
Velvet Underground. Yeah, the first album, right? Favorite track on that album, sir?
Oh, look closely. It's not the Velvet Underground.
Oh,
Well, so actually, we use differently.
Yeah, it's the Melvins.
yeah.
So,
Tell us about that, my friend.
now so check it out. This single was bought for $3.99. Gold is gold, baby. And it's purple vinyl. It's on Communion, which is a small label. And this is about a $150 record right now. So the point about this is, folks, gold is gold, baby. Hold on to your records. The smaller the pressing, the more likely that this thing could be worth some cash. So that's the find for the day. Gold is gold. Like I said, it's Nirvana and Melvins. Split single. And I love this color. Isn't this, Vinny, check out that color.
Yeah, what is that? It's a mid-shade purple almost, right?
Star, it's got that swirl in there. But you're right, they are doing Velvet Underground songs. So Nirvana's doing Here She Comes Now. And the Melvins are doing Venus and Furs, which is a very, very loose interpretation. If you know the Melvins, they rarely stick to the formula of the song. So
Right.
they have a really cool Vinny. They have a really cool version of "I Want to Hold Your Hand." You wouldn't
Really?
think like that, yeah. But it's probably the Steve McDonald influence. He's in the band now as the bass player for Red Cross. So got a little bit more of that beat. No, he is the Paul McCartney of punk rock. So
Yeah, absolutely. So Greno, you having a good time today?
oh yeah, it's great, man.
Yeah, yeah. Work has been good. People have been cool, right?
Oh,
Been busy?
yeah, it's awesome, man. How's your day going, man?
Oh well, I'm just hanging out. I'm just wondering that the people coming in there. What's the mood been like?
It's great, man. Yeah, everyone's. I mean, when you walk into a record store, I mean, you're in a good mood. You're ready to shop. You're ready to find, that album that you're looking for, or some rare thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm always in a good mood. Sometimes my dates aren't in the best of humor when I walk into a record store because they know what's coming. But yeah, I would think, especially right now with people being cooped up, it's an adventure to go back and check out the new record store and see LPs.
Yeah, it's a good way for people to get out right now. And it's definitely something that I think people really enjoy. It's relaxed. I know for myself, it's meditation almost. It's relaxing. It gives me a chance to just focus on what's right in front of me. And I just love looking at records, even stuff that I'm not going to buy. I'm always interested in album covers and, just different things about records. Just the tactile response. So speaking of, let's go into a couple more records. So Vinny.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's right here. This is a band called Nuisance. So a band out of Santa Rosa, early 90s. These are the first 7 inches that I ever basically saw friends put out. And one's on a Santa Rosa label called Curb Dog. He put out a bunch of stuff, Dan Kirby. I think this is Curb Dog #1. Yeah, it is. But yeah, a 3-piece band from Santa Rosa. Great, just
great artwork. Wow. Yeah, the artwork's amazing.
They were kind of like punk, but also like they could kill a country song, and they did put out 2 albums, but these are their singles. And then the Nuisance 2 single was rad. Check out this vinyl.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's not very small. It's one of their best songs called The Rut, and then another really good song called Harvest Time, which is about marijuana.
Yeah, that must look great on a turntable too, I would imagine.
Yeah, and then on the back here is our friend Danny Bremsen, which is just like a friend of the band. So, and this one's on very small. Like I said, they had put out 2 full-length albums, and then I believe on their U.S. tour at the end, they just kind of decided to not do it anymore. But shout out to the 3 guys, but it's Kylie and Jesse and Andy. So I played some shows with them back in the day, but wonderful dudes. Let's see. Okay, how about this? Someone got their head kicked in. This is a compilation with bands from LA, San Diego, whatnot, put out by the boys in the band Youth Brigade. And Sean and I really like punk and other types of compilations. Vinny, I know you have an affinity for them too. So I just wanted to bring one. This one has The Adolescents, Aggression, Bad Religion, Battalion of Saints, The Blades, The Joneses, Social D, and Youth Brigade.
Wow. Yeah, it's quite a lineup, man. How many songs on it in total?
I believe there's 25 songs. And
wow, value.
If you notice, they're all in a bus. So that was the Another State of Mind tour, I believe, where it was Social D, Youth Brigade, And Minor Threat played 2 shows on that as well. But yeah, that's kind of the bus I think that they were in. It broke down eventually. So
It's always downstairs.
That's an epic pick, Greno. Epic pick. Yeah, 25. Yeah, wow. Yeah, and what a lineup, man.
Let's see what else did I brought something else for you guys. This Agent Orange record.
You're supposed to get this.
Probably should be moving this thing. That's probably better. There we go. Agent Orange.
Oh my god.
And this one was like, they just re-recorded this. It's some older songs. They only put out like 3 full lengths or something. But Bloodstains is one of their amazing songs. This is the vinyl.
Wow. Yeah, butterscotch.
Those over there salivating. Who likes it?
I'm salivating.
It's beautiful.
You know what sucks about this record though? It's 1 to 500. And the first time I bought it in Las Vegas, first time I ever played it, fucking skipped.
Ugh.
Like some of these pressing plants, folks, get your pressing right. Like some of the, like a new record should never skip.
It's true. Sucks. And that comes back to us too.
Yeah, exactly.
I've like had a brand new record and someone will already skip. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
So Shawnee, I was talking about compilations. I know you have an affinity for them.
I'm obsessed.
What are some of your favorites?
Possessed Escape.
Okay.
It's like a really good grind. Power Violence compilation. There's a compilation called Whispers. It's a bunch of really awesome punk, like Dystopia, early Dystopia stuff's on it. It's got I don't know, it's super rad. It's like a double LP compilation, and it comes with a 7-inch too. And I've always looked for it. It's super hard to find. I finally found one, which is really cool. But I found a lot of like random cool soul ones too. They do all these I think it's like TV or I don't know. It's like a B-sides type compilation that they've done. But like Peter Gabriel's on one that I have, and it's got like Peter Gabriel and like a bunch of like random different artists. That's the favorite compilations I find, when it's so many different people who are like, it's artists that I all love, but it's like they don't really mix great together. Yeah. Ooh, and actually, speaking of,
yes, sir. Oh, we live by example on Sunday Spin, folks. Sean's busy. Oh, he's got the box set, folks. Here it comes. Are you ready for this?
This is one of my favorite new compilations. Brain Feeder X. It's probably kind of hard to see actual track titles. But yeah, it's a 4-disc compilation. Brain Feeder is like a dance label, I guess I would say. Flying Lotus. He's like a hip hop artist. He makes a lot of beats, but a lot of stuff is like weird contemporary jazz stuff. But he has his own label called Brain Feeder. So there's a little bit of everything on this one. It's a lot of beat driven stuff. A lot of it's instrumental, but there's a lot of weird jazz. Thundercat's on it, which is like super crazy bass. He's like one of the best bass players ever. He's played with like Funkadelic and Suicidal Tendencies. Yeah, and he just plays like really awesome, nice, kind of slow, weird jazz. I don't know, contemporary stuff. But it's rad. This one's really good. I bought this from Independent a while ago, and I saw that you could order it. So I had to. Someone will pick it up at some point. It's $60, but it's well worth it. If I could open it.
$60 for 4 discs is not a bad price, really, all things considered, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's
I'm
4
sure
LPs.
they're very hard to come by.
It's 4 LPs, and each one, too, has a different cover on it. So, like, you can put it in here, too. So one will be, like, blue, and, like, it will make this look different. It's, like, cut out. So,
I don't think 60 is a lot to ask for something like that. I think that's a very good price, actually.
No, especially if you know what we paid for it, too. So.
Right.
One of the things that's rad about the store, you guys, is that they're very reasonably priced. And that's something that, especially in this day and age when folks don't have a lot of cash, sometimes, and they also take trades here. So they do really reasonable trades for you guys if you want to bring in like vinyl or things like that to trade for some other products. They do that as well. Yeah, a lot of options. T-shirts, 7-inch singles, a lot of local music. Cassettes. Cassettes, yeah.
Yeah, we got tapes.
There's some cassettes.
Lots of tapes.
There's stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, so guys, Sunday Spin. We got about 5 minutes left. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We love music, we love record stores, and we love the Ostrows. So we're having fun doing this.
I'm
Hopefully
smiling.
we have Brian on next week.
Yeah, Brown can come on for sure.
Absolutely.
Be
But,
fun.
yeah, we are masked and doing our thing here on a Sunday. We appreciate you guys hanging out. We got about 5 more minutes. So, yeah, I went through all my records. I'm happy. I'm going to buy a couple Black Sabbath albums that I didn't have today. And I think, I don't know what else. It's hard.
Yeah,
Hard
we'll
to
see.
choose. You know me, I always spend at least an hour in this place. I look
Exactly.
through everything twice. I
Yeah.
keep a mental list of, you know, and then also, I don't know about you, but a lot of times when you leave a record store, you're like, it's not necessarily that you wanted something, but you keep a mental note of like, okay, if I see that again, I'm
Yeah,
not
next
gonna let
time.
it go. You know, I'm definitely going to be on it for
But
next
as we said, it will never be there next time, remember?
Well, it's like those Crass records.
Yeah.
Every time I
You got
come
'em
in
all.
here, there's a new Crass record that someone has brought in to sell. I brought Price the album here, Feeding of 5,000, and Yes Sir I Will.
Yep. And now we got a brand new. It's just funny because we literally got like a brand new Cross record. They just released it and it's all for funds. It's good, but it's just 2 songs, but they're like remixed. So it's got D-Link on it. It's rad remixed. Yeah, it just came out too, like last Friday. So it's kind of cool.
Good looking
I was
album.
gonna tell that to you too. I was like, you can't leave if we still got another one. It's funny. It always ends up happening. We get a new one. By the time one gets here.
It's true. Last Sunday when I walked in, someone had just sold the Feeding of 5,000 album, and Sean was like, "This is too weird. Mine's here." Yep, I attract the Crass records.
It's good.
But yeah, I want to give a shout out to some of the record stores that I love. Locally, obviously, like Brian meant or Sean. Sean and Brian are like interchangeable parts in my heart. But like Sean mentioned, yeah, independent records. We got Leech Pit, Earth Pig.
Earth Pig,
My
yeah.
boy Timmy over there.
Yeah,
But
Earth
then
Pig.
also, man, like San Diego, oh my God. Some of the best record stores. And
Yeah,
is
the
Luke
best out
still
there.
around, Vinny?
Yeah, I believe they are.
Beautiful. Lou's Records in Encinitas, one of the best. Saw him progress from a small shop like this into a bigger shop, into an even bigger shop. We got Off the Record in Encinitas and El Cajon, if they're still around. Blue Meanie. I don't think they're around anymore. But yeah, great ones in San Diego. And then you got Amoeba in San
We
Francisco.
still have Record City is still out there too. Greno down in Hillcrest. They're still lighting it up. And there's a new place in North Park that I just found out about by a couple friends of mine. So I'll have some info next week on this place. But it's on Fern in North Park, which is a very, very cool area, as you know. It's really nice because there's almost a connected line at this point of record stores in the area. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Support local music, everybody. Support independent record stores. Support local bands. Support
Support
What's
local,
Left Records, baby.
Support it all. I know it's fun, you know? Everyone works together. It's cool.
Exactly.
It's all about community. It's all about putting stuff out and enjoying it. And
Like
rad.
you said, each store kind of has their own niche, too.
Mhm.
You know, you guys might have some things that other people don't. So. That's awesome. All right, so Sean's going to do a little business right now. And,
Yeah, sure.
happy
There's
customers,
always
give us some more records here.
$10 to me?
We've got a couple minutes left. Anything you want to break down before
Oh
we?
yeah, I got somebody who's gonna want to say hi. Mr. Russo's out there, and he wanted to pipe in and say hello, so he's gonna find his way in. But I really enjoyed talking to you guys, and I'm glad you're doing fruitful and that the community is embracing.
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. No, it was great talking to you. This is really fun. Look forward to keep it going.
Oh, we will. Yeah, absolutely. And, I wish the best to What's Left Records. Again, do you have a phone number people can call, website information? Let's hit them with that one more time.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I gotta pull it up though. We literally just got it like 2 days ago.
Thanks, you guys, for tuning in to Sunday Spin with Vinny G in the 64. Mr. Sean Ostrow, and I am Greno. We're having a good time. We love music, we love records, and we love you.
Oh yeah, so the number, if you need it, is 719-203-5826. Come give us a call. Let you know if you have anything in.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Very good. And just so you guys know, one of these weeks we're going to have a guest from Berlin. It's our buddy Fez Recker of the illustrious, so many bands, you can't even get to how many that he's been in. But he's going to join us. It'll be like 1 a.m. And in the next few weeks from Berlin. I know, Vinny, you're excited about that one.
Oh, it's
Oh yeah, I mean, how can we not be? I mean, that's going to be a treasure trove of stories having the four of us sit down and talk our record buying days amongst indie rock and everything else. Sure. Plus, you know, we love the man. We've known him 40 years, right, G?
No, it's sir.
I was thinking of,
Absolutely. Look at that view of the record. Isn't that cool? I love it. That's a perfect view of right
that's the
behind
guy
where Sean
from Hell
is.
and somebody.
Great.
was in it.
All right, folks. I think is Tony coming
Yeah.
on? Or?
Yeah, he toured with them. He played with them.
heck yeah. Gotta get back to work. We're busy today.
Yeah,
Woo!
hey, Vinny, is Tony going to come on? Or?
Yeah, he's trying to get on. I gave him the password. It's not letting him in for some reason. Said he tried.
Right. Hanging out at the record store on Sunday.
It was 20.
Drinking Red Bull.
And then I got Pepsi, so it was like 20.
Yes, sir.
Still got
Right
Mountain Dew. Asshole. Still got Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew
And
so
we'll
much.
have a email
Kinda
up soon.
Pepsi.
It'll probably just be sundayspin@gmail.com if it's available. But we'll have that for you guys next week. Also, oh, Vinny, we gotta let the folks know. We got a Facebook page up.
Fabulous. Yeah, it's easy to find, right?
Yes, sir. Sunday Spin.
Yep.
Well,
That's where you get all the information on the show, other things that are going on in the 719, the indie rock scene, both there and here. And if you have any ideas, we want to hear them, right, Greno? Sean?
Totally. Yeah, whatever you guys want to do, that would be awesome. This will be fun. It's fun doing the first thing. Let's get up from that. Whatever you guys want. I'm about it.
All right. Thank you, guys. Peace.
all right, much love. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Thanks for tuning in.